Formula One has arrived here in Quebec, and we're excited to get underway. On a man-made island in the heart of Montreal is Canada's Circuit Gilles Villeneuve. This unique track circles the outline of the Ile Notre Dame, giving plenty of challenges to our drivers between the tight corners and a long final straight. With a flat-out section of over a kilometre in Sector 3, Circuit Gilles Villeneuve is a track that asks, who dares brake last? And that means it's tough on tyres and brake temperatures the whole way round.
Red Bull have outscored their rivals to be at the top of the constructors' table right now. But there are a lot of contenders and plenty of races still to go.
So then, time to get back to the action. Well, there's nothing quite like it. Welcome along to race day.
Named after the legendary Canadian driver, the Circuit Gilles Villeneuve has been host to plenty of first-time winners. Jean Alesi, Lewis Hamilton, Robert Kubica and Daniel Ricciardo all got their maiden victories here. The weather is very overcast here. Strategies might have to be quite flexible going into today's race.
And each team will be hoping that fortune is on their side. So bon chance to them and their drivers for this Canadian Grand Prix. 70 laps of the Canadian Grand Prix await our drivers here in Montreal. And we certainly know what Max Verstappen is capable of.
They're on pole and it's well deserved. I'm looking forward to seeing what they can do.
Right, let's get to it then. The drivers are ready and raring to go. It's the Canadian Grand Prix. And it's lights out and away we go.
All right, and as usual, things are going to go pretty quickly, pretty fast here, and you're going to see right here is our biggest change. For those who haven't seen us since the last race, Kevin Magnussen is no longer on Team Haas. We upgraded. We put Fittipaldi in here, Pietro Fittipaldi, and he's now in car 1, and this is his first full-on F1 race. And I'm not sure how it's going to go, but we got a new backup driver, reserve driver. Just a kid. He's just a kid. We took a penalty to start with because we got a new ERS. We had to order a new ERS. And wow, he's at the back of the pack here. All right, Hulkenberg over. Tsunoda
Let's
takes
see
over
what
Hulkenberg.
happened there. This one is involving Yuki Tsunoda. The opportunity begging to be taken. And that puts them in 13th place now.
That's okay. I think he started 13th. Yes, then he got back. So we're not going to spend too much time on him back here. What? He got passed again.
Keep pushing.
Yeah, so, hey, look at his timings are getting better from the last lap. So we're not expecting much from Fittipaldi. He's running the soft medium strategy for this race. But all we expect from him is to not crash. Just get comfortable out there, get used to running with several races left. So don't worry about it. Now Hulkenberg just went up there, so.
I don't understand what's going on. Keep pushing.
Oh, I don't know why his thing was going up there. He's got something. All right, let's start with Hulkenberg. All right, so powertrain, he's got minor problem on the powertrain because his engine's running at 48% usage. Now he's getting passed by everybody, but he tends to perform better as the race goes on if he doesn't crash. But again, I haven't counted it yet. I thought Kevin Magnussen crashed he's getting passed again. Crashed like 5 times. And his last crash was so bad, the car literally started on fire. So, yeah, I'm not gonna watch it because I'm seeing it right now. So, and he's running the medium hard, so he's gonna come in at lap 30. But again, we're coming off that last one where we were 19 and 20. We're close to getting there for this one. But
DRS is enabled for reference.
I just don't want them to.
P17.
Our
Okay,
DRS is enabled.
Bottas is the next car.
So yeah, this is Montreal. 25% chance of rain. It's rubber's high, grip's high. When they change tires, maybe that'll be an equalizer. I don't know. Because it's likely it's going to rain. And he's getting past here on the inside. Yeah, that leaves only Joe who hasn't passed him yet.
Bro.
Remember, long way to go in this race.
Yeah, luckily for him. So now he's got the DRS on. And he's trying to catch... what's his face? But I don't know what the issue is with our cars and why our drivers are falling to the back. I think we started off much better this season. And for some reason, as time went on, these guys got worse. So, again, if I get 2 cars back at the end of this race that aren't severely damaged, I'm going to consider that a positive move. Last race, we ended up 19th and 19th and did not finish. And I had a car that was, you know, roasted. So, if we ended up 19th and 20th and 2 fully functional F1 cars,
That was dangerous. Had to take avoiding action.
I would consider that to be a positive move. The chicane right here. And I'm saying, Hulkenberg, if he doesn't crash, he has a tendency to get faster as the race goes. So he can get some spots back. Now, I do think in that last one he crashed out, and that's why he ended up so poorly. At least right now, he still has Joe behind him. But not far, though, I don't think. Because he's there, and there's Joe Guanyu right there. So if we go on over to Fittipaldi really quick, this is our new driver. He was been our reserve driver forever. And again, we'll check him on board real quick. He's got soft tires like we're shown here. It doesn't look like he's catching anybody, including Joe. There's the interval off the leader. He's 2 seconds behind Joe Guanyu. Tires. He's got good tire wear. He might be able to pit a little bit later than Joe. He's doing well. He's getting faster as the race goes, and that's just it. Yeah, we want him comfortable with the track. I don't think his track acclimatization was as good as his teammates. But here's the interval. So he's a second. This is between the one car and the car in front of them. So you know, he's almost a second behind DeVries. He's about the same distance from him, and he's almost 2 seconds behind Joe. But and he may get faster as the race goes on too, and he may get faster as the season goes on. And I think that's what we're expecting. So again, we have to be patient. We're looking for gradual improvement. And again, like I said, in a situation where we ended up the last race with 19th and did not finish with a burnt out car, 2 not crashed cars would be an improvement. I would take that in Montreal. And as these guys go through the season, try to step things up a little bit, make some more moves, because we've been letting McLaren leapfrog us. I don't think I'm going to make the board's recommendations this year, so I'm just going to try and do the best I can. I've never been in a situation yet on the sim where, yeah, it does look like he's falling further behind, doesn't it? He's not getting closer. That's his helmet. The first time I've seen his helmet. I think it's just a regular standard. Now I think the game has the drivers saying a lot of stuff. You know, you heard Hulkenberg saying some things. I don't think it has voice for every driver. So I don't think you're going to hear Fittipaldi say anything. But there you go. Here's the fin level from him. I mean, he's moving right along. He's not going slow. But when you compare him to the rest of the pack, he's maybe a little outclassed. But if I see improvement on him through the season, that's I'm not going to worry about it. And look at this. Unlike Kevin Magnussen, he's still on the race at lap 7. That right there is a big old victory. I mean, this is a multi-million-dollar high-performance sports vehicle. I could appreciate it if someone could take it around the track without hitting a wall with it and lighting it on fire.
We're just worried about rain.
Copy, copy.
Oh, I did hear him say copy, copy. All right, yeah, so they do have Fittipaldi's voice in there. We got to go with our further forward driver because that's where the money's at. And to make the money, again, he's got to get up to 10th. So, not feeling it so far in Montreal. Not feeling it, but like they've been saying, there's a lot to race here still. So, rain in 3 minutes, 60% chance. So yeah, we're probably gonna get weather. I'm so bad at the weather in this in this sim. But everybody comes in to change the tires, so excuse me. Sorry the season's been taking so long to get to this point. I was keeping up with it last season. I know when I started this season off, it was my intent. See, he's getting more aggressive as the race goes. So, and is he car 1 now? So he's moved up to car 1. This didn't used to be his car. He was car 2 before. So yeah, I guess he's racing what used to be Kevin's car. Maybe that's part of the problem. Parts are still broke. We had an emergency manufacturer part because of that. What Kevin did to it, we didn't have enough. So we had to emergency manufacture a part for the car. I think it was the front wing because we didn't have enough in the warehouse because he destroyed the last one. And a couple weeks from the race day, we have a small fire in the manufacturing facility. So I had to close down the facility for 10 days between races. And as you can imagine, that didn't leave us time to manufacture parts because we wanted to manufacture. We just designed a new, I think, rear wing. So we weren't able to manufacture that. And so we had to emergency manufacture a front wing just to get this race going. And then we had to order that DRS for the other car, which we took a penalty, which put the kid way back, Fittipaldi way back. So speaking of the kid, then we got a new kid who, let's see if I can go through. I don't know if it's up here in my menu somewhere. No, it's not in reports. I don't know. Track details. That's not it. That's not going to be there either. I guess we can't do it in the race, so don't worry about it. 1 minute, 60% chance. I'm looking at this. I'm keeping a close eye on this. But the storms are coming in, so it's going to rain in Canada here. Look at this already. I mean, the air is just heavy with water. And it's funny how quickly we had very high rubber and very high grip. But here comes the rain. Alright, we're going to have him come in next. We're going to have him come in and do the intermediates. From that pit. Because in 4 minutes, 80% chance. We're going to let the kid go around one more lap. What do we at? 24 millimeters. We're going to let Fittipaldi go by one more lap after that. I know he's new to this, but... Actually, we're going to have him come in too now. Let's get your intermediates on, kid. And I know Hulkenberg's coming in first.
Okay, box now, box now.
He may have to wait.
Copy, box.
I'll change to the inter.
Oh, he's going to have to wait. He's going to have to wait.
Pit lane.
We got
Okay, understood.
two guys in the pit lane already. There he is. Look at that go right in. Oh, that's pretty good though.
You're in clear air.
All right, he's on. Yeah, because this rain isn't letting up. All right, all right. This is. I think this may work out to our advantage. Look at this. They could take these intermediates till the end of the race. That's impressive. All right, a lot of guys going in the pits now. A lot of guys in the pits. And maybe we can catch up. Pit issue. All right, we're not going to watch the pit issue. It's always sort of similar. Joe's in the pit, and we're coming past this now. We can get around these guys, I think. Hopefully. If not, we should get right in and on them close. I don't know when they're coming out of this pit, though. All right, he's got around Joe. And Bottas, looks like. Nice. Both of our guys got around both of their guys. Yes, yes, yes. Yes. 17, 18. All right. All right, so we got around both of the Alfa Romeos. And a good shade back. So let's see if we go to Fittipaldi. Oh no, okay, he's got somebody right on him. He's got Bottas right on him. And he's not going to hold Bottas back, I don't think. Bottas should pass him. But the rain is coming down. So, I forget what the intermediates... The intermediates are what, like 1 to 4 millimeters, I think? Alright, he's holding him back. He's not close enough to him. There's a lot of these guys in the pit still. Maybe he can get around another one or two of them. Who's going to get around? He's going to get around one of these guys. Come on. Tsunoda had a pit stop issue. Get around some guys. Get around some guys. Nice. Hulkenberg 16. Who is he? Alright, he met somebody coming out. De Vries has a pit stop issue. Very nice. Alright, now we got a De Vries as well. He's still in the pit. Alright, alright. This ended up working out okay. Now we got to keep an eye on this, though. If this gets closer to 4, we got to switch to wets. And it's 100% in 4 minutes. So, we may have to switch again, even. So I forgot what I was saying about Montreal. Oh, in the car. Yeah, so we had to emergency manufacture that piece. So yeah, I meant early in the season I meant to do these to stay up with the real calendar as far as the timing goes, but just was not able to work that out because of scheduling conflicts. And now we're coming up to the end of baseball, And I was hoping to be done with baseball and this kind of similarly, although this season usually ends in November, so we're probably having a lot more of this on there. I got some more truck driving stuff. I had a American Truck Sim that I just did, but I had a situation I haven't run into yet where my youngest son likes to play games in the other room or in the basement. I got a little 10 by 10 studio down here. And if they're in the other room and they're just playing and he's talking normally with friends, you can't hear it. One of the good things about being down here is for sound, I don't have to compete with anybody. They're usually upstairs. But when they're playing on the Xbox in the next room, even though he's 25 feet away, they are loud. Teenage dudes are loud when they're playing whatever. I don't even know. They're, various host of things. And it's constant loud trash talking. And it was coming through on my recordings. So I'm driving a nice, leisurely drive in the truck. So I turned the noise gate up to try and get it to a level where it would cut out his noises in the background. But then pick up me as I talk to the mic. And that's a...
Sorry, man.
Just do the best you can.
That's okay. I'm glad we hear his voice. Yeah, I didn't think he'd hold Botas back. Now here's Joe, way back there. So we're doing okay. Now this is still damp at 293 and 100% at 294. Minor gearbox wear. Shouldn't be minor gearbox wear. This isn't bad. It's 47. 39 on the gearbox. Okay. We should be fine for this race. But what the heck? We got the engine and the gearbox now. ERS is fine. If I go to his thing, he's all in the 90s. He's good. I could go here normally. Okay, so anyway. His confidence way down. His confidence is okay. It should be up there. Oh, he just got passed, which is why. But I think they're doing okay. They're just hanging at 3.25. Coming down. But the rain is really coming down, though. As it gets up to 4, they're going to want wets. Because these intermediates have tread, but the wet ones have like a tread you could see. It slows them way down, but the nice groove's going to channel that water out and make it less likely to have a crash. And the forecast for this weekend was going to be rain. They're at 3, 4, 5 already. But he's hanging on at 16th. I don't want... I'd hate for the rain to slow down. I mean, you can see it on the track and everything. And then have it not be an issue. But it's just climbing up, isn't it? We're going to have him go through at least the next one. He's doing okay on the wets right now. I think he's slowly moving up on Alvin. But I can't tell if DeVries is moving up on him. There he is on Albin. And there's DeVries. Let's go the interval. Well, Albin's got wets on already. Well, that was an interesting move. Albin may do well with that because he won't have to come in. They foresaw this going up. Yeah, 80837. Oh wow, he's right there now though, isn't he? Well, keep an eye on that. So Albin's not going to come in for the next pit. And I think we're going to need to bring him in for his wet tires. Because this is still 95. So, does he come in now? Yeah, let's get him in. Pit options again. We're going to go on your wets.
Load in, boxing this lap.
Box is lap.
Because these are certified to 4 millimeters. We're going to the kid go around one more.
Pit lane.
Box area is very slippery.
Yeah.
Looking good so far, guys. Looking good. Out you go. Alright, we're going to have him come in. Put your wets on, kid.
Box at the end of this lap.
Copy, box, copy.
Alright, he's got Joe right in front of him. Joe has... Oops. His intermediates. So Joe's going to have to come in. Because we're over 4 millimeters. I think these guys are all going to come in and do their wets. Let's see his. He was the. We'll do this one as he comes in. Yeah, the rain's still picking up as we're getting more and more water on the track.
Pit lane.
There he comes. Get him, guys. Get him. Get the stuff on. Get them off. See, look at the tread on these wet ones. There you go. All right, other cars are going to come in now and start putting their wets on. So we're going to get a little bit back toward them. Yeah, because the track is still gaining water. Look at that. Look at the water on the track. That's crazy. It's crazy that they can race at these high speeds. 162 miles an hour on water. That's just irresponsible. All right, but they make the car. I mean, these cars are so aerodynamically designed that they, all right, way to go. Got around Joe. That's good. That's good because Joe's got to drive slower because the intermediates still climbing up. We're gonna have 5 millimeters pretty soon here. So this is what there is. You can see it climbing up. This is still in the 2 minutes in advance. So it's going to be wet for a little while, and we're going to start to see. I think we're going to start to see these guys come in and put their wets on. They don't want to at first because they're not sure where this is going. But 90% chance. I think it's St. Lawrence Seaway out there in the background. We're up on lap 20 of 70. We have 50 more laps to go, folks. We're about a half an hour in. These races, if anyone's new to the channel, are usually an hour and a half. It's a Canadian Grand Prix in Montreal, Canada. home of the Montreal Wax Bills Baseball Club, who won the Super Mega 4 championship last season. They're vying for first place this season. Pete and I's season we got going on for Super Mega 4. We're still trying to make playoffs with the Texas Ramblers. Check that series out if you like baseball.
I don't see my tips.
Other cars aren't coming in. They're staying on their intermediates. We're over 5 millimeters now. 501. It's stuck out at 501. Low grip, very low rubber. 502. Okay. Yeah, look at that rain. I think he could do well. He could do well on these. I think he's going to pass guys on intermediates with the wets because he's got the better tread. Got around him well there. He's up to 17. Got around Bottas. Fittipaldi's ahead of Joe. If Fittipaldi can get ahead of Bottas, that'd be great. Although he's back here. Oh, he overtakes Joe. Oh, I thought he already was ahead of Joe. I guess they did like a leapfrog. They must be really close to each other. No, it was just a while back he did it. I think the wets are helping us out right now. I don't know if that's going to continue on. It's 503 still. How are your tires doing? Tires are cold. 52 degrees Celsius. Yeah. Now, if it gets drier, these tires heat up something fierce because of the tread and the air that gets in there. So anyway, that's where we are. Hoping to, hopefully you'll see more of these races on the channel. Get through this season, nearing the end of baseball season. Pete and I want to do some more farming. I want to do some more driving, do some more flying. That's all like kind of the usual stuff. But then I want to work in some other games too in the off season of baseball. All right, looks like he's going to make a move on DeVries here. On the off season of baseball, I want to get some other narrative games in there. I get some history games in too. I really want to do a playthrough of nice move. The Guild 3. I understand the Guild 4 or Europa 1410 or whatever it's called is in the pipeline already. And I haven't even done the Guild 3 yet. Guild 2 is a title I really enjoyed. I like, history. I like the games that are set in that period. It's, it's basically 15th century. You're kind of, starting off as a lowly peasant type and working your way up the social ladder, and during the Renaissance, the late Middle Ages, early Renaissance, when, there's sort of that change in the social order where people can become more upwardly mobile. I like it. So I want to give that a go. So many games, so little time. I don't even need to be buying any more games. Although we are looking at a title called War Tales it's kind of a, like a fantasy adventure type thing. We played this game for the King, which is like a tabletop board game, kind of, hex map moves and stuff. All right, looks like the water's coming down now. It's a lower rain, but the water is coming off the track. Now this doesn't bode well for us. We were able to get some spots. Nice. All day for Bottas. We were able to gain some positions, but our tires are going to start to overheat. Especially if it gets like below 3 millimeters. Hulkenberg trying to make a move on Tsunoda. I think he'll get him. He could take turns better than Tsunoda on these tires. He'll get him at the next turn probably. Right here. Drove him to the outside. Alright, alright, alright. Fight him, fight him. Got him, got him. Get him here, get him here, get him here. There you go. He's up to 15. Very nice, very nice. Still 4 millimeters. We're doing better than these guys as long as it's over 4 millimeters. Rain coming down now. There's our best chance. And now track's a damn. So I'm not sure we're going to be better served now. Now we got to watch out for when they start calling in and saying that their tires are getting too warm. That's probably going to happen around 2 millimeters. So right now the intermediates are going to do better on the straightaways still. These wet tires are always going to be better on the turns. But there's a lot of straightaways here. Now he's making a move on Piastri. So, and like I said, Hulkenberg tends to get a little, excuse me, a little better and a little more aggressive as the race goes on. And with better tread, he's less likely to crash. So if he doesn't crash, you know, we could see some good things from him. 359. So the rain's coming down, but it's not entirely certain that it's going to track details. Light rain. Okay, 85. It doesn't give a forecast area 60%. So this is, what is this, rain? Or water? So it thinks the water's coming down now. It's good. Okay, here's the rain percent. 85, 85, 85, 85, 65. So I have a lap 40. So let's see here. We're going to want to come in about lap 40 to change the tires. And we can go back to the softs or the intermediates then. Around lap 40. Okay, that's good to know. That's good to know for our strategy. Yellow flag, alright. The driver locked up. Who is it? Tsunoda.
Right then, we can take a look now. Just look at how wet the asphalt is. Struggling with the car. Now they did leave it very late.
Okay. Well, Tsunoda was behind Hulkenberg. So this is Hulkenberg right here. So that gave him some more space. That's nice. Right now we're ahead of both of those guys. 321, 85% chance. Rain's coming down, but it's going to pick up again a little bit later. So I'm glad I saw that forecast. So again, lap 40. He's on lap 26 of 70. So we're going to keep him on the wets. Until then. Bring him in at lap 40 and he'll put the... We'll have him put the mediums back on, I think. And we'll have Fittipaldi put the softs back on. We'll have Hulkenberg come in first. Fittipaldi come in second. So 15 more laps, we really have to worry about it. And he may end up getting around Piastri here. It looks like he's sticking with him. Unless we hear them come back and say they're having problems, their tires heating up. But the tires were cold before, so I don't think that's going to be an issue. We can look at the okay, his tires are 94 degrees now. So now his tires are heating up. This could be an issue. Under 2 millimeters, we're going to have a problem. Maybe they should have stayed on the intermediates. How does a tire get to 95 degrees centigrade on wet pavement? You know? How's it even possible? But now we got some sun shining through here. Oh, he's cooking it. They're pushing it. Alright, well, my tires are very, very hot now. Yeah, well. Don't be a jerk about it. See, I bring them in now. The only problem is I'm bringing them in, and we're gonna go mediums, I guess, for the rest of the race then. All right. Powertrain and the engine, gearbox. I want to bring them in at lap 40. Oh, gone, Kev. Alright, we'll get you back on your mediums then.
Box, 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 please confirm.
Yeah, happy to box.
Yeah, he may
Sorry, man.
overtake
Keep digging.
some. No problem. Here it comes. I'm worried now he's gonna have an accident on his mediums.
Pit lane.
Box there is very slippery.
Copy.
Albin's in the pit. Oh, there he is. He's coming off the wets as well. What's Albin going with? What do you go out with? Intermediates. Pit stop issue. What happened? Come on. Hulkenberg in last place. He's on his mediums. How's he doing for his tires? 110. He hasn't said anything about them. Doggone, we're gonna have to go back to intermediates. Yeah, I guess I shouldn't have gone to wets when I did. Doggone, we'll go back to your intermediates. Shoot. This is problematic.
Box now.
Box, box.
Okay, yeah, we'll go for the inter. We'll go for the inter.
Alright, we're gonna see what it looks like from the helmet cam. Tires are roasting. We got both our guys in last place, but Hulkenberg's gonna be on the mediums. He'll get around. He's a 20 now, but he'll get around guys when they come in eventually. I just need him to not crash.
Pit lane.
But this is not a great. Alright, don't mess up on this pit, guys. Alright, they didn't mess up. Look at that. Come on, get out of here, get out of here. Did his teammate just pass him? No, his teammate didn't pass him. Where's his teammate? Where's Hulkenberg? Is he going really slow because he's got these mediums on still? Everyone's got intermediates but him. Yeah, he's getting lapped and stuff. I guess that was a bad idea too. People, I don't know what to do on these stinking things. Fittipaldi's my 19th driver now. He got ahead of a Joe going. Is that Joe right? No, that's a Ferrari. These guys are all lapped him. Joe's right here. No, it's Ferrari. Joe's there. So Hulkenberg's got to get past these guys as they come around now. This still the dampness is down to 18179. Guys are going to come in and change. But I think it was saying, the forecast was saying the rain should come back a little bit, add a little more wetness, and then go back away. Around lap 40, they thought it was. Lap 40 for the leader. That's 8 more laps from now. I don't know. I don't know what to think. Oh man, yeah, this is the guy he needs to get around him to get the 18th. Everybody's on these intermediate tires except for my guy Hulkenberg. He's just trailing around back there in slow motion. He's like a half track away from the 18th guy. We're down to 163. Once it gets under a millimeter, I think he's gonna start to gain on them again. Now rain picking up a little bit more in 4 minutes. And he can't make it to the end of the race on those anyway. I should get him back in and get him on the intermediates. For crying out loud, I made a mistake. I'm just blowing it for him. Poor guy. Come back in, get your intermediates on.
Box this lap.
Copy.
We're going to box sprinters.
Because the rain's going to pick up, we're going to gain a little bit more here. There's a horrible move to go to mediums already. Yeah, rain's going to pick up again more in a few more minutes. Or is he? He's back here. He's still on the mediums. Unbelievable. Stupid move, Tom. What you gotta do? He's so in last place. But that's a mistake on the part of the principal.
Pit lane.
Box area is very slippery.
Copy.
There he goes. The inner's back on. He's like, give me a break, really? Alright, guys. Nice job, guys. Now get out there and do some actual racing. The guy he's got to get ahead of is here. He's got to go around to lap him in order to get back in this thing. But now he's going to pick it up, though. We're at 123. And it's gonna get down close to 1, then it's gonna pick back up again. Because right now it's a light rain. In 1 minute, it's going to pick up. Go the other way. Now it looks like he's flying. Now he's more aggressive. So the mistake I made, I should have came down to inters and then switched to those later. Again, like I said, lap 40. I should have went with the wets sooner, stuck with the wets like Albon did, or just stuck with the intermediates. And that was my learning mistake. I didn't read the forecast well enough to make those decisions, and as principle, it's all on the guy. I can't blame this on the drivers. But again, like I was saying before the race, if these guys come in with 2 fully functional cars at the end of the race, I'm going to consider that a good day. 19th and 20th. So again, he's got to get ahead of this guy to get a new place. So we'll watch Fittipaldi for a little bit. Pietro Fittipaldi again over the head. The chicane. Home stretch. I think he's making ground on what's-his-face, though. Alright, now the rain has picked up again. 121, 122, you can see. We're getting more water on the track, but it's not going to get up to 4 millimeters. He had to let Mercedes lap him because, he's not in contention for that. Nobody on wets. Nobody gonna be on wets. Yeah, like I said, 1 to 4 millimeters is generally speaking the range for these intermediates, the sweet spot. And that's right where we are. So 2.5 is right in that middle territory. Again, rain now. In 3 minutes, still is heavier rain. This is going to keep slowly going up. 44, and so forth. That's how you read this. Look at the tire changes. He's got the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pits. Or no, is it right? No, these are the pits. He's gone through 4 pits already. He can stay on the intermediates the rest of the race, but he won't. That's Hulkenberg. Oh, I can put back to here. Yeah, so if I go here, he's gone through 3. Good confidence, though. Very high confidence for Hulkenberg, so that's good. He feels much better now that he's no longer on those. But again, he's got to get around this guy to get up to, that would be 18th place. But unfortunately now, these other guys aren't going to pit before him. And if I look at his tires, they're fine now, but once it gets down below a millimeter, it's going to be... everyone's going to pit, and then he's going to have to pit right as he gets close to everybody. So it's not all that good. Again, this is Pietro Fittipaldi here. The guy he's got to pass to get to 18 is right here. So he could do it. Now I got another car spun. Who was it? De Vries.
Now here, we're taking turn 6. And then the car just goes.
Yeah, he gave it too much gas coming around that turn. So he's here. Did he not drop back any places? Looked to me like he was facing the opposite direction. So how did Albon not get around him? Oh, no. He's closing on Joe. Bottas is all the way up here. Bottas is looking to lap Hulkenberg. How awful. That's how bad Hulkenberg's been doing. He's locked in at 20th place. I don't think he's getting out of it. And again, that's the principal's fault. Too many pit stops. But what are you going to do? Coming up on an hour now of recording. We're at lap 39 to 70. We're past the halfway mark. Again, it's going to be about an hour and a half total. Totes. Boss totes. It's 11:15 local time. It's going to be close to midnight when I finish up here. Local. But this is Pietro Fittipaldi right here. I like his helmet. It's simple, classy, works with the car. 85% chance that the rain comes down. Right now it's still heavy. 4 minutes. We're at 192. What's it doing? 193. It's still, we're still getting some extra water. So I was saying before that Bottas is like here. Right there. So he got some distance between him and Bottas. He's moving away. The only problem is, again, he's going to have to pit again when the rain stops. Which is coming up. It's slowing down now. Oh, but it's a little heavier now. In 3 minutes it's going to slow down. And then he's going to need to come back in and get those same mediums back on, I think. Oh, folks. This I did not expect. Now, when you're looking here, again, this is Zhou Guanyu right there. You can see him. So I think this kid may end up passing Joe. And if I keep him out longer than Joe pitting, he can get ahead of him when he eventually pits. But I think he's getting track acclimatization. I think he's getting used to the track. And I think he feels very comfortable with the car. And this kid here, once our reserve driver, we signed him to a 3-year deal. Has not gone wide, has not locked up, has not crashed. And he's 39 laps in. Coming up on 40 laps, so this is welcome news indeed. Indeed. There's the guy he's got to catch right there. Zhou Guanyu going around that chicane. He's got him in his crosshairs, like, hang in there, kid. Keep doing what you're doing. You're slowly eroding his lead. Eventually you're going to get in close. You're going to make your move on him. Don't you worry none, son. Alright, what an awful day to be at the races up in Montreal, Canada. Can't remember how we did at these. So far this season, all these tracks are the same. We went through, again, we did the F1 Manager 2022. We raced at all these same races. I don't remember how we did in Montreal last year. Obviously the track is very, very similar, if not the same, in 2023. There are some new tracks on the circuit, so we'll be excited when we eventually hit those. I do not recall what the next race is going to be after Canada. But again, that's kind of a surprise. You hang out to the end and you'll find out. You know, it's like, well, catch us next week in so-and-so when it's a such and such Grand Prix. So that's what you get to see what the next race will be. And if you're an F1 fan, chances are you already know what follows the Canadian Grand Prix. Or if you're a big enough fan, and this is F1 Manager 2023, you would have said, all right, the 2023 season after Montreal was this. So you'll be able to figure that out before everybody else does who's watching and just waiting to see. Aren't you special? Aren't you just wonderful? But you are, aren't you? I was thinking about my my demographics. Hold on one second. I'm going to clear my throat. Had to give it a good one there. Every time I look at my demographics, I'm surprised. There were some titles I was doing before where there was some women on the channel. It's a nice little surprise. I was a little surprised by that. Welcome the ladies, but not overly surprised either. I mean, you know, obviously the games I like to play, I think, are tilted towards dudes. This just makes sense. So I would expect to see mostly guys. But it was nice to see the ladies in here. Recently, last few times I've checked, I was surprised to find out it's all dudes. last few summaries, you know, when I looked it up, there are no chicks on this channel, man. They don't stay very long at all. And again, that's not surprising. I would know it would appear more to men, especially this year. But I was surprised to find out how little it appeals to women. I figure there's ladies out there who like F1, or not even the F1 games, some of the other games. I know there's ladies who like do the truck simulator and probably some of the flying and stuff like that. You figure they'd make their way across my channel, and it was also guys between the ages of 25 and 35 was mostly, which makes sense too. I mean, adult guys. We're swinging by the channel. I appreciate every one of you. I don't want to undersell. I don't want to say like, no, I don't want. I'm cool with that. I like that. I know my audience here. I appreciate you guys coming in, hanging out, watching. Love every one of you. Love everyone. Go bring it in. Give us a hug. I'm trying to get up near the 400 subscriber mark, so go tell a friend how exciting and awesome this channel is. Not that I need it. I'm not monetized. I don't even anticipate it would ever be monetized. I'm mostly just sharing the game with people who have an interest in it. So I figure if you have an interest in this game, you're tuning in, you want to see what it's like. Maybe you stop in and you're like, hey, you know what? I kind of like listening to this guy. He's an alright dude. I get what he's doing. Even if he's making mistakes, I understand why and kind of what's happening. It's nice, right? It's nice. I would imagine a lot of guys leave early and are just like, come on, what do you do? Why are you 5 pit stops? Why did you go back to the mediums when you just looked at the weather forecast, said there was going to be a climb? I thought, when I was thinking, I'll go to the mediums, I'll be ahead of the game. But no, instead he just drove like a granny out there because he had to, otherwise he'd end up on the wall. Something a principal should foresee, especially this is my second year of F1. It's not like I got I'm super experienced. But I did a whole season, and I brought my team from 10th up to 6th. You'd think I would have learned something. But I stated before the race started, rain messes with me. I get the other stuff very well. I don't have an intuitive feel for an alternate strategy involving wet and intermediate tires. Now, I should have checked earlier this forecast during the race to get a better idea of what I would do and when. And I can improve on that in the next race where there's weather. But to be honest, I think this is my first... I think it's my second race this year that it's been weather out of like 8 or 9. Last season there was hardly any weather at all. When I say weather, I mean precipitation, obviously. But this is the wettest one. It was wet for a while here. I want to say Azerbaijan we had some water. I don't know. There's only 50% chance of rain right now, or no, in 3 minutes. That it's going to be lower, and we're getting down close to 1 millimeter, which is the low end of where these tires are rated. After that, these tires start to warm up. But I'm going to let them go I'm going to let them go until after the other drivers start to pit. Because that's the only thing we could do is we could leapfrog them in the pits.
When you can you tell us how the track is?
Yeah. So these guys are going to come in. And we want to come in after them. So we might let our tires heat up a little bit more than we should. But I think the rain is mostly past us. Lap 46. And it's it's forecasted to drop off. But that's the problem. These other guys are going to come in first at the right time, and then we're going to hang out there and see, Leclerc's in the pit already. We're going to hang out a little bit longer, and then we're going to end up roasting our tires. So I don't know, it's tough. It's tough to gauge. Now I'm hoping Joe goes in right here. Nope, he's going around again. Leclerc is the first one in the pit. Well, since I did Hulkenberg he's so far back, he may as well go back on those mediums now, right? But if he goes on the mediums here, next lap.
Boxing this lap.
Not this lap,
What's this lap?
the next one.
And here we've got a yellow flag.
Several cars. Ooh, parts.
And clearly they're not what everyone in the garage would have wanted to see.
And we will box this lap.
This lap,
What's
really?
this lap?
I thought I told him the next lap. Not this lap, but the next one. Right? So, he shouldn't be coming in now. Right? Okay. And now Fittipaldi. DeVries +5. Fittipaldi's gonna go back to the soft. We'll go with the new pair of softs. The next lap. Next lap.
Box now, box now.
Nope, not now.
Copy box.
Not at all now. Not at all now. Alright, so he's getting close to Joe here. There's Joe. And he's right there.
No more rain expected.
Copy.
So Leclerc's back on the soft. I could put both these guys on soft. I'm gonna go with soft there.
Box this lap, please.
Yeah, happy to box.
Alright, so he should box now. We're gonna put him on soft, not intermediate. Sargent's in there. There's gonna be there's a lot of people in the pit. This is gonna be ugly. Here he comes.
Pit lane.
Pit's crowded.
Box area is very slippery.
Copy.
Look at the traffic in here. All right.
Pit lane.
I didn't know he's in the pit now. I told him to wait another lap. Told him to wait another lap. Where's he go? Go, 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 go. All right, these guys are on the softs for the rest of the race. Right? Yeah, if I go here, our condition. Oh yeah, there we go. Yeah, they'll be fine for the rest of the race. So no to pit
Over to you,
stoppage.
Karun.
We see the Alpha Tauri team ready and waiting. Ah, but something's not right. Oh dear.
All right, well then there you go. Yuki. Tsunodi. All right, let's go back to the interval. Oh, he's 21. Okay, so he's in the pit now. He's going in the pit now. And he's coming up. Can he catch him? Can he catch him in the pit? Norris is also in the pit. These guys are all going in the pit. Now, Joe's coming out of the pit right here. He's going to be right on him. He's going to be right on him. But he's coming out right now. There, he's out now. Okay, so he's close to Joe, though. He's closer to Joe. All right. All right, guys, that's it. That's the rest of the race. Let's see if you can get up closer. We're not going to get into the points, obviously, but if you can get around AlphaTauri, that'd be great. This season started, we were in the points, I think the first race or two. And then it just slid downhill from there. And I don't know why. Except the only thing that stood out was every friggin' race. Every race. Someone was getting in an accident, spinning out multiple times, going wide a couple times. It didn't seem like they're ever really comfortable with the cars set up, ever comfortable with the track. For some reason, they just, I don't know. Well, and I don't know, because, again, my strategy wasn't changing much from the previous season. You figured if you don't change anything, you'd have a similar outcome. So I was surprised to see him just hit the skids and start diving down. And I've been kind of, since then, sort of struggling to figure out what's broken so I could fix it.
Tyre temps look good.
Cool.
Yep.
So, what I noticed with Kevin Magnussen was awful at keeping the car on the track. Just horrible. 8 laps left. Crashing all the time, and I
Okay, yeah, you're doing a good job. You have good tire temps. Let's keep what we can.
10-4.
So, outside, like, I know a couple races back even, he had so many spin outs and crashes, and I'm like, I'm going to let this point go. But no, I'm going to hold on, I'm going to keep him a little, and he crashed the next race. Okay, really, I got to do something about this guy. But no, I'm going to keep on, and he crashed the next race. And I think it was that last one when he crashed, and the car was on fire. I said, you're done. You're done. I like Kevin Magnussen, the real race car driver. I got real respect for him. But what You know, it's like you're trying to see, like, are you gonna get rid of this guy? What if I crash again? What if I crash again? What if I light the car on fire? It's like, okay, Uncle, you got me. You're gone. I had to pay money to, you know, buy out his contract. Send him on a bus, as the saying goes. I don't know what happens now. I guess he can get picked up by another team. I would think the AI in this game would look at him and bring him on if he's, you know, open for it. But I released him, and I replaced him with Fittipaldi here. So Fittipaldi was a reserve driver. I ended up negotiating a new contract with Fittipaldi to be, you know, one of my main drivers. I obviously gave him a big salary increase because as a reserve driver you don't make that much money. I wanted to make sure he was going to sign, so we basically went to him and said, "Hey, you're a valued member of this team. You know, you showed up in the practice sessions. We think you got promise. We don't feel we need to go outside. We feel here's your chance. Step up, see what you could do." We gave him, I think, 3 seasons, you know, signing bonus and all that stuff, and I think he was very happy. I don't think he countered. I think he just, I don't remember. Maybe he did, but I don't think he did. We also looked at, who did we look at? We looked at Albon. I think we negotiated with him back and forth. He didn't seem to like enough stuff. I don't know what he wanted, like 7 seasons. No. He just wanted too much money. We checked Norris. Obviously, Norris is 7th place. What are we going to go? Norris wanted more than 5 seasons. No. Just no. So we ended up going with Fittipaldi. Got him in. He's in that role. We figure as long as he doesn't crash, he's doing better than Magnussen did. And then we hired a new reserve driver who was F2. Someone we scouted from F2 that was doing really well. So we did have to negotiate a little bit with him. But now, you know, because instead of racing the F2 season and doing really well in that season, he's a reserve driver for an F1 team. And the only time he's going to get to really run out there is in that first practice session. But, you know, you prove yourself enough and you have a situation like Fittipaldi here, where, you know, you're proving yourself out there on the track and you maybe get your chance to race. Fans are cheering now because there's 5 laps left. It looks like Sergio Perez might win this. Verstappen's 4 seconds behind him, so it looks like Perez is going to win. Looks like Red Bull all the way. Ferrari just has 1 car in it, and he's 8.5 seconds behind Verstappen. So it looks like a Red Bull win. Perez, Verstappen, and Sainz. Let's go camera side here. Hulkenberg at 18. He's still way back there, but onboard cameras over behind the head. He's letting the faster driver get around. That was one of the Red Bull guys. That may be Perez. Wait, is he fighting? He's fighting with AlphaTauri, who I think has lapped him, but he's not gonna just let everybody get around. He's not gonna be a pushover. That's good. Yeah, and here we are. You know, he's 12 seconds off of Joe now. So something obviously happened, and he's not going to catch him. We're going to end up 17th and 18th. That's how this race is going to end. I think that's Verstappen. Fans cheering here toward the end of the race. We're just over an hour and a half, I think. Sorry it was so long for such a horrible output, but I would come back and check out the next race, because I do believe the next race is going to be a better outcome. I do believe these guys sort of proved themselves. When we get some better parts and Kevin's car, if we don't have weather to deal with, better parts, no weather, I think these guys are going to push in that next race, and I think they're not going to get passed by everybody and left in the dust. Fans cheering on the win. They finally took off their rain jackets, and now they're enjoying the sunny afternoon and 3:28 p.m. in Montreal, Canada. Look, he's going around him. Way to go. Way to go. Just because he's like a lap ahead of you doesn't mean you have to... He's on the DRS too. Yeah, look at that. He's got...
6 laps to go, 6 laps.
That's Verstappen, I think. Because Perez is way out in front. Now he's probably going to let him go around here. Maybe not. He's not really letting anybody pass him, which is impressive. He's fighting for position against a guy who's lapped him. And now he's hot on him. I like that. I like that aggressiveness. Again, the guy he's got to get around is here. And so he's not going to do it. 3 more laps to go. We're going to have 17 and 18, but no crash cars. Again, when I started, I said that was going to be... I was going to consider that a good thing. He's only as far back as he is because I gave him an extra pit because I messed up on the... I went to the wets when I should have stayed on the intermediates. Or I should have gone to the wets earlier, hung on them, and then brought them in later. Either one I think would have been a better result, but I'm learning, so sue me. Yeah. Again, thanks for hanging out.
5 laps to go.
5 laps for us, 3 laps for them. Again, once the winner comes in, they're going to start to checker flag the ones that they can. And it won't go. It won't actually go 5 more laps. But look at that. One of those AlphaTauris, or is that Alpine? What's Alpine? One of those Alpines, that one behind him there, is supposed to just Ocon probably trying to lap him, but he's not letting it happen, and he kept him behind him, so he can race. And it looks like, see the green bars there? It looks like he gets better as the race goes on. And now that he's not the reserve driver, and he'll be doing the practices, even though he did, I think, in this one. I think we're going to see better things from Fittipaldi. And from Hulkenberg. I'm saying right now, we'll be better than 17 and 18. Perez about to win this thing. After he wins,
4 laps to go.
I'll be a little bit quiet as they finish out the race because I don't want to be talking over the end when they finish it. And when that happens, that's where I get to hear where the next race is going to be. So stay with us for that. And again, thanks for watching. I appreciate it. I think this is... No, these guys... Yeah, I think this is your winner right here, Perez. So when he comes in here, he's going to come around here. The race is technically over. We'll have our winner. We'll catch the replay. And then we'll show how these things end. Again, thanks for watching. Here it comes. Looking forward to getting out of Montreal. Looking forward to the next race. There he goes. Oh, final lap. Oh, I'm sorry. Okay. This final lap. He's got one more lap to go. I mean, it's possible Verstappen gets surrounded, but I don't think so.
Okay, starting last lap.
I think Perez has this one. Look at Red Bull, man. You're going to see them on the podium. Perez, Verstappen, Sainz. I think 2 Spaniards and a Dutchman. Alonso's a Spaniard. Look at Alonso in 4th place. Way to go, Alonso. Again, 16 is right here, so he's just not going to catch him. That didn't work out well. But here we go. Final lap. Here comes the winner right here. Sergio Perez is your 2025 Canadian Grand Prix winner right there. Stopping it behind him. Let's watch the replay.
Perez has crossed the line first. Sergio Perez there, picking up the win.
Just an incredible demonstration of why they belong in Formula One.
Okay, checkered flag, checkered flag.
See, this is where he already gets checkered out at 17. And then once he crosses, he'll get checkered out at 18. Because he crossed that line. And the interval was known. That's how that works. Anyway, again, I'll be quiet now. When he crosses, that should be the end of the race. Thanks for watching, folks, and catch us in the next race, and you'll find out what that is in just about a minute here.
That's the checkered flag. What a frustrating race. Mode slow, please.
Well, that was a truly awful day at the office for the Haas driver.
It's been a very frustrating day for them, and they leave without any points. That's not the sort of performance we'd expect to see, really.
And onto the podium goes Sergio Perez, and he's certainly in good company there.
Their first win of the season, and the team looking on will be very proud, I'm sure.
Plenty of smiles for the cameras as the drivers can let off some steam here in Montreal. Now, Karun, I'd be really keen to know, how do you think the Haas team will be reflecting on today's result?
They'll be disappointed. Neither driver really shone here, it has to be said, and there's quite a bit of work to be done, but they'll be well aware of that.
And that's it for this weekend's F1 action here in Montreal.
Next time, the teams will be forging ahead at full throttle through the Styrian forest. The Austrian Grand Prix is right around the corner.